Along with that, I am Google Women Techmakers Scholar 2020. And currently, I'm also a Flipkart Girls Wanna Code 3.0 scholar.
Okay. And telling about myself, I am Paki Bansal and I'm an incoming summer analyst at Goldman Sachs. And as you can see, today we are taking this Generation Google Scholarship session. So I was a previous year scholar and it was WTM back then. And today I am here to share my insights. And Apurva and I will share our journey with you. I am also a part of the Flipkart Girls Wanna Code mentorship program, and I was also a part of Twitter Developer. That was a similar kind of program that was based on diversity in technology, and a Microsoft Learn student ambassador as well. So I think Apurva, we should begin with the session, and we are here to ask your queries. So keep your questions for the end. And first, we will explain our journey and whatever we need is important for your application. And after that, you can ask your questions. Okay, so what is the Google Generation Scholarship, formerly WTM? So, every one of you is here to know about what this scholarship is. Many of you are from the first year and you don't even know that what these scholarships are meant for. So, basically, these scholarships are by the biggest company, and Google, as you all know, is a very big brand name. So this was in the memory of Dr. Anita Borg, who was a very eminent personality in the field of technology. And she was a woman who made her mark. And in honor of her, this scholarship was there. So it is a scholarship, as you can see, for women in computer science. And it is meant for aspiring the women in technology so that they can take more initiatives. As you all know, that the representation of women is less in the field of technology. So that is why we have this Generation Google Scholarship, and the selected students will receive 1000 USD, that is about 75,000 rupees, and for the year 2021 and 2022.
So, with the scholarship, you get a lot of perks. Definitely, you get one more addition to your resume that you have. Google gets attached. The brand name Google gets attached to your resume. Along with that, there are a lot of other perks. As Paki mentioned, that you get 1000 USD. You get a lot of swags. There's a virtual retreat which is held for all the scholars. Earlier it used to be an offline, but now it's virtual. Then you have a post retreat where there are lots of sessions conducted for you all, kickstart mentorship sessions, and you get some mock interview sessions as well. And along with that, also you get to connect with a lot of like-minded girls like you, and a strong community is built. So uh, there's no doubt that a lot of perks are attached with this scholarship.
Yeah, and as Apurva mentioned, for the retreat, earlier it used to be at a Google APAC office, like not necessarily India, but outside India in the Asia Pacific region. And you all were to be taken on a 2 to 3 day tour to the Google offices, see how it works, and it was all fully paid. But this time, due to COVID, we could not go, and everything was done virtually. So maybe this year, if you get the scholarship, you might get a chance to go and have a good trip. So apply for it and make the most out of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the eligibility. The eligibility is that you should identify as a female, as I told you, because it is for the empowerment of women in the field of technology. And you should be enrolled as a full-time student for the 2021 or 2022 year. That is, you should be in the first year or second year of your bachelor's program from the university. And you should be in a computer science or closely related field. So I think electronics also come under this field itself, and IT, computer science, software engineering. These all are the fields that you can be a part of to be a part of this program. Apurva, we can go. Yeah.
Yeah, so the application process basically has 3 steps. The first one is the application form, where you are basically supposed to fill all your details and answer the 2 short questions that are the essays. The second is the Google Online Challenge, also known as the coding test. And the third is the telephonic interview, which is the last stage of your of the application process. So we'll discuss each step in detail now.
Yeah. Apurva?
Okay, yeah. So for filling the application, you need to have 3 important documents that you all need to upload. A, PDF copy of your resume, the CV. Second, PDF copy of your transcripts. So regarding the transcripts, we received some responses that said that the first year students have not yet appeared for their exams, so they don't have their transcripts as of now. So we have asked regarding that. If we get some response from their side, we'll let you know. Otherwise, if there is some mail ID or contact given, I think you should contact them and get that answered. And third, you need the PDF copy of your short answer responses, which are basically the 2 essay answers that you are supposed to write in that application form.
Yeah, Apurva, you can stop presenting. Now I'll start
Yeah,
sharing.
okay.
Just a minute, guys. Okay. So is my screen visible to everyone? Apurva?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, as in the application process we're done, yeah, important documents. So as Apurva told that the transcript issue for the first year students, we had asked the coordinator that was for our year, Dhwani ma'am, and she told us that she'll look into it and we'll get back to you as soon as we get. So please, all of you be in contact with the students who are in Lenin, because we might post something on that group itself and you can ask your friends if you get to know anything about this, okay, because we cannot reach out to every one of you. So stay connected with your friends who are added in the Lenin groups. Okay, so the essays now, I would like to tell you some some points regarding the essays, because many of you have messaged me, DM'd me and Apurva regarding these things. So first of all, what do we look in an essay? That was your first question. So first, the questions this year I saw that were related to 2 questions. The first question was leadership role, and the second question was challenges faced by women in tech. So these 2 questions are majorly asked in all of the scholarships that you would apply for regarding women in technology, because these scholarships are actually meant to increase your representation in the field of technology. So they want to know if you have that capability within, you have that eagerness within you that you want to do something for the community. It is not testing your data structures or algorithm skills. They are not testing your coding skills. They are testing that whether you have an initiative, a drive inside you that you want to do something for your community at your level. It is not that you are owning a coding institute, or it is you are just a first or a second year student. You are just starting your journey. They know that. But whatever small steps that you are taking on your part, if you're taking it by your will and you are interested in doing that, that is what they're looking for. Okay, so do not come up with an excuse that मैं तो first year में हूँ या तो मैं second year में हूँ, मैंने कुछ करा नहीं है. There's a lot you can do being inside a college. And I think most of you are from IGDTUW. So this gives you a very big upper hand than the other girls inside the colleges, the co-ed colleges. Because here you have a diverse women community that you can empower with your skills and with your initiatives. Like whenever you write, you are in class and you are impacting about 150 to 200 girls, and all of you know that there aren't 150 to 200 girls in an entire engineering college, and you have them in your 2 classes. So if with your small initiative you are able to impact 150 to 200 girls, that makes a huge difference when you tell about it to a company, because any girl from DTU or any girl from Triple IT Delhi would not be able to do the same, because they do not have that kind of audience. If they have, they do not have the everyone willing to come here. But here in this college, you really have a very big hand that you can do a small initiative and it can be represented in a very large way. So what I'm talking about here, like, is in the question 1, leadership role. What kind of leadership role would you be in if you're in a first year? And I just saw in the website also that first year students need not be worried about second year students, because they would be compared with the first year students lot only. Okay, so you need not worry कि मैं first year में हूँ और वो second year में है तो मैंने कम काम करा है. आपका कंपैरिजन फर्स्ट ईयर वालों से ही होगा, तो आपको सिर्फ अपने लेवल पे जितना आप कर सकते हो वो करना है। ठीक है, तो लीडरशिप रोल में व्हाट टाइप ऑफ लीडरशिप रोल यू आस्क मी दैट आप क्या कर सकते हो। तो फिर सी यू आर इन फर्स्ट ईयर, यू डोंट नो मच अबाउट टेक्नोलॉजी, बट you can be a part of many societies. There are a lot of active societies that are there in our college. There are a lot of programs. You must have an account on LinkedIn first of all, so that you get to know about the various opportunities that are in this field. There's Girl Script mentorship, there is Women Who Code mentorship, and there are a lot of other things happening at an initial level. There is Microsoft Student Learn Ambassador. For these things, you need not need any big prior knowledge. So if you are a part of these communities as well, you can write your role in these, whatever you are doing in these communities, in the leadership role. So you should always start your essays with some quoting some people, like not always, it is my perspective, like how I start my essays. You can take inspirations, you can take quotations from the people, from the women who are successful in the field of technology. For example, there's Sheryl Sandberg, the COO of Facebook. There's Indra Nooyi. There are so many other women, Anita Borg. So you can like have a glimpse at what their ideology is and reflect a small bit of it in your essay. Then you can talk about your role in your whatever leadership role that you are taking. You're a part of society, you are a mentee, it's okay. If you are a mentor, that is better, but you need to know that how to articulate whatever you are writing. मतलब ये नहीं है कि अगर आप एक छोटे रोल पे भी हो तो आपको लिखना है कि अगर फॉर एग्जांपल आप एक कोऑर्डिनेटर हो इनर्व में, ठीक है, दिस इज वेरी स्मॉल रोल, पीपल डोंट इवन नो कि इनर्व होता क्या है, but you can write कि मेरा this is the technical fest of IGDTUW. There are about 400 to 500 women involved who are there in organizing this technical fest every year, and I was a part of the technical team, I was a part of the sponsorship team, I was a coordinator, I contacted so and so people. So even if it is a small role, you should first of all write the number of people you are impacting with it, the women you are impacting, what your impact has created a difference in their life. So this is how you should go about writing your essay. Okay, I think I have said enough about this. Purva, would you like to add something in the leadership role, that what you feel should be there in the essay?
Just a few points to add. Like as Paki told, you can of course start it with some quotation, but there's one more thing, that your essay should not be general. Like it shouldn't be like that you are quoting a lot of facts or figures from the internet. The responses, what they want in the responses is your personal experience. So try to add your personal experience, and try to link it with how it has impacted you and how it has impacted the community as well. Yeah, so that's all what I would like to add.
Yeah, like Apurva said, that was a very important point. Each of you should know that they are not looking for people की जो बस ऐसे बड़ी बड़ी बातें करे, हाँ वुमेन के साथ ऐसा होता है, हाँ ऐसा, like this second question, challenges faced by women in tech. So in this is a very important question. It is asked in almost all of the applications. तो इसमें ये आपको नहीं करना कि ऐसा होता है, ये करना चाहिए, मतलब वुमेन के साथ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होता है, क्यों होता है डिस्क्रिमिनेशन, आपके साथ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन हुआ, आप अपना एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करो. इट शुड बी वेरी रिलेटेबल टू यू कि ये, एंड ये नहीं कि मतलब आप पूरी जनरलाइज ही बातें करे जा रहे हो. दे वांट टू नो व्हाट इज योर जर्नी, what challenges did you face, and how what you did as a person to overcome it, because they are judging your personality with it. And ये भी नहीं कि आप ऐसे लिख दो कि एक चैलेंज फेस करा कि मैं यहाँ गई थी, मेरे साथ ये हुआ था, एंड आप 15-20 लाइंस आप यही लिखे जा रहे हो कि मैं ये करती हूँ वो. इट शुड नॉट बी वेरी, मतलब आप अपनी कहानी बहुत ज्यादा ही वो करे जा रहे हो. इट शुड बी अबाउट यू, बट इट शुड बी लाइक 4 to 5 लाइन्स में थोड़ा आपने उसको बताया दैट दिस वाज द चैलेंज आई फेस, दिस इज हाउ आई ओवरकम इट, एंड फिर आप उसको थोड़ा कम्युनिटी से लिंक करो कि दिस इज नॉट जस्ट फेस्ड बाय मी, इट वाज आल्सो फेस्ड बाय माय फ्रेंड्स, इट इज आल्सो फेस्ड बाय मेनी अदर वुमेन लाइक मी हु आर इन द फील्ड ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी. तो फिर वी कैन नॉट एनलिस्ट द challenges because that would be giving out answers to you. But what we are trying to say, it first make it about your own story. Do not copy from the internet, that is entirely wrong. Plagiarism would be there, and you are like you if you're taking ideas from others, then it is not your journey, and your chances of getting selected is also less. आपको अपने पर्सपेक्टिव्स, अपने व्यूज देने हैं फॉर द क्वेश्चंस, एंड राइट योर ऐसे लाइक अभी से ही लिखना शुरू कर दो. यू कैन नॉट कंप्लीट योर एसेज इन 2 days इफ यू थिंकिंग आप प्रोक्रेस्टिनेट करे जा रहे हो, हाँ बाद में लिख दूंगा, बाद में लिख दूंगा. ऐसे नहीं होता. एंड आफ्टर दैट यू नीड टू गेट योर एसेज फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल चेक्ड. अपना खुद चेक करो. उसके बाद you can get your essays reviewed by your family members or your friends, and then you can get your essays reviewed by previous scholars or your seniors. They can tell you, who are already in the field of technology, what is missing in your essay, and they can give you feedbacks. लेकिन 2-3 लोगों से अपना essay review भी कराना. Apurva, would you like to add in the question too?
Yeah, just one more thing that I read this question and it was mentioned that any solution that they asked that you could also mention any solution that you think can be made possible in the future. So it is not necessary that it should be a technical solution. You can think of any solution, any kind of solution, like conducting sessions and all is quite common, but yeah, if that is what you think will be an effective solution, you can mention that. So even if it is like that you have faced some challenges right now, but you didn't do anything for it right now, it's okay. You can mention that what all possible solutions can be done so that the situation can be improved for women in tech.
Yeah, that is a very important point, as Apurva suggested, that it is not necessary कि आप बोलो अभी I don't have the resources in hand, or whatever small resources that you have, whatever small thinking capacity you have, you need to mention it. And if you have an idea for the bigger picture, you can also mention that when maybe I can do this also, this is an idea that I have. I've not been able to currently, don't write this, I've not been able to. Never negate yourself. Always write things in a positive way. Like, कि मतलब I should have done and I'm thinking of doing about this in the near future. तो फिर आप अपने experience या आपने जो भी सोचा है that you can do in the bigger picture, you should also mention whatever idea you have in your mind regarding the future thing that Apurva said. I think we should go to the next question, Apurva. I mean, next slide.
Yeah.
Okay, resume.
Yeah, so your resume is the second most important thing that is seen after your essay responses. So I'll just share a few tips which I think that are important to be looked at when you make your resume. So first of all, it should be in a PDF format. It should be clean, simple, consistent, and bullet pointed. So one of the main thing that I feel is that kindly do not add paragraphs in your resume. It should be bullet pointed because nobody reads paragraph. Everyone wants to read only simple and short points. So try to add bullet points and add simple words or simple lines instead of adding paragraphs. Review minimum and preferred qualifications, call out applicable skills. So one main thing which I feel is that it is important that while submitting your resume, you see that for what kind of job or scholarship, whatever it is, what kind of role are you submitting your resume for. So like I did get a few resume this time to review, and one of the things that I saw was that you all have like mentioned positions of responsibilities, like some head coordinator or a member of some NGO and all. You all have just mentioned that position and that's it. But one thing which I feel is important is that you add some description there. Why? Because for this particular scholarship, your leadership and your community work is very important. So all those like a coordinator or a member of an NGO, that shows that you have done some community work. So it is important that you describe those skills as well. Okay, and one more thing is the resume structure. I feel that all these sections must be there in your resume: your education, your work experience, if you have any, projects, if you have done any. It would be a plus point if you have done any projects related to some social work or something. If you don't have, that's also completely okay. I'm not saying that it is some negative point. See, whether you have or not have, you should apply. when you have got it, when you have an opportunity, you should not miss it out, and you should try to apply. That's all. Other than that, activities or leadership, and any honors or awards that you have got so far. Paki, would you like to add something?
Yeah, so as Apurva said, that you should grab every opportunity you have at hand. Never think of the fact that you won't get selected. Like it is not the criteria. Is every मतलब पैसे जा रहे हैं क्या कि फॉर्म भरने में सब फ्री में है आप अपनी तरफ से फॉर्म तो भरो and you never know when you get selected because when Apurva and I like we were filling out the form we knew कि नहीं हमारा तो नहीं होगा हम तो अभी मतलब हमारा कैसे हो सकता है we were very like we just filled the form for the sake of it we were like that and after that when we got the mail for getting shortlisted it was like an experience, a feeling that no one can describe. It was such a surreal feeling. So that's what I'm saying that you should apply whatever opportunity you have in hand. And talking about the resume, I think Apurva has covered all the points. And as she said, कि first of all, many of you might have the doubt कि आप कोड शेफ या आपके पास कोड्स फोर्सेस या इन सब की कोई रैंकिंग वगैरह नहीं है या फिर आपने मेंशन नहीं करी अपनी कोडिंग प्रोफाइल्स दैट्स ओके व्हेन आई वाज इन सेकंड ईयर मेरे पास भी कोई भी ऐसी रैंकिंग वगैरह नहीं थी बट दैट डिडंट अफेक्ट माय एप्लीकेशन बिकॉज एज आई टोल्ड यू इट इज नॉट कि आपकी इंटर्न पोजीशन या इस चीज के लिए आपको लुक आउट कर रहे हैं दे आर लुकिंग आउट फॉर योर लीडरशिप स्किल्स फॉर योर कम्युनिटी स्किल्स and especially in the field of technology that how you are empowering others in the field of technology at your own level so जिस भी society में आप हो Apurva mentioned this important point कि please description लिखो जो आप कर रहे हो no one knows what Enerve is no one knows what Tarangna is and आपका ये जो resume है ये आई थिंक पर्सनली रिव्यू नहीं होता कोई इंसान रिव्यू नहीं करता ये दीज आर गेटिंग रिव्यूड बाय अ एटीएस स्कैनर this is a what do you say a website or a app kind of thing which reviews the resume on the basis of the keywords that are used and whatever description and all you are saying so it is done by a software not a person so if you're thinking कि तारंगना लिख दिया मैं उन्हें पता होगा किसी को नहीं पता तारंगना क्या है ठीक है तो फिर अगर आपने लिख दिया हेड कोऑर्डिनेटर एट तारंगना it does not make a difference until you add at least one or two lines that what your role is in doing that and use the power words like empowering community women in tech mentor and these types of words in your resume that is very important that I feel should be there in your resume and yes all the sections should be there and if even if the projects are not very good that is fine as Apurva said बिकॉज प्रोजेक्ट्स आप मतलब आपने एक दो प्रोजेक्ट्स तो होने चाहिए अगर आपने वो 11th 12th में आपके पास CS थी आपने वो प्रोजेक्ट बनाया वो भी लिख दो इट डज नॉट मैटर लेकिन प्लीज डोंट लीव एनी सेक्शन खाली बिकॉज वो अगर एटीएस स्कैनर को आपका वो सेक्शन ही नहीं दिखेगा तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपका रिज्यूमे जो होगा वो हो सकता है डिस्कार्ड हो जाए एंड ऑलवेज मेक योर रिज्यूमे ऑफ वन पेज से ज्यादा प्लीज कभी मत एक्सीड करना अगर आपके पास बहुत सारे अचीवमेंट्स है बहुत अच्छी बात है लेकिन ट्राई टू डू इट इन अ वन पेज ओके नेवर मेक योर रिज्यूमे पेजेस दैट इज वन ऑफ द की थिंग and rest I think everything is covered and do mention about your skills in all whatever language C++ Java etc you are skilled अपने college subjects के नाम लिख देना second year वाले जो हैं फर्स्ट ईयर वाले फिजिक्स वगैरह आई थिंक मत लिखना लेकिन सेकंड ईयर जिनके पास DBMS OS या oops है सो यू कैन राइट दैट इन योर स्किल्स एज वेल एंड हाँ नेवर बोस्ट इन योर रिज्यूमे बिकॉज अभी आप कुछ भी झूठा झूठा लिख दो उसके बाद देयर विल बी अ प्रॉपर इंटरव्यू एंड दे विल बी आस्किंग यू एवरीथिंग एंड एनीथिंग फ्रॉम दैट रिज्यूमे सो नेवर एवर बोस्ट और अगर मतलब झूठ तो लिखना ही मत बिकॉज पकड़े जाओगे एंड आफ्टर दैट यू विल हैव टू फेस द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस so never lie on your resume because they can ask you anything from it
Same
and
goes for
yeah
sorry. Same goes
no,
for
no.
your projects. If you have like it can be that you are working on that project, you can mention that project, but don't do like that you just copied a project from somewhere and you have written that because it is possible that questions are asked based on that project also. They'll not ask you the implementation, but they can ask you in detail that क्या करा था and कैसे करा था and ये सब कुछ. So kindly do not do this thing.
प्रोजेक्ट्स आर मतलब प्रोजेक्ट्स में सबसे ज्यादा फंस सकते हो आप बिकॉज अगर आप गिटहब से कॉपी कर लो कहीं से भी एंड देन यू डोंट नो अबाउट द वेयर अबाउट्स देन यू आर गॉन सो राइट ऑनेस्टली अगर आप मतलब गिटहब से कुछ रेफरेंस ले भी रहे हो तो अंडरस्टैंड इट थॉरली सो दैट इफ यू आर क्रॉस क्वेश्चन यू आर नॉट पुट इनटू अ फिक्स एंड यू कैन आंसर वट एवर क्वेश्चन यू बीन आस्क्ड and GitHub links वगैरह do mention in your projects work experience में, as we told you कि वो title लिखना and then a short description points में लिखना, these are the things that need to be very like resume बिल्कुल properly formatted होना चाहिए. I think that is it with the resume. We should move on. Okay, Google Online Challenge coding test. So this was a round that was started last year only. Till last year it was not there, and last year से इन लोगों ने start करा है. So after you have your essay round, application submit हो जाती है पूर्वा.
Application submit हो जाती है.
अच्छा, okay. So after your applications have been submitted, then you have this Google Online Challenge that is a coding round. And it is not a coding, hardcore coding round. It has 30 MCQ questions which have to be done in 30 minutes. Okay, so the problem here was the questions weren't tough. But you just see that there are 30 MCQ questions in 30 minutes. So the problem was that there was a time constraint. So you need to be very fast and very quick. And Apurva, was there negative marking here?
No negative marking.
No negative marking, yeah. So there was no negative marking in here. तो तुक्के भी लगा सकते हो, but you need to answer all of them and try. And इतने ज़्यादा tough नहीं होते. The questions were mainly related to, as I've mentioned, time complexities, debugging, and output based. These were. Apurva, was there anything else the questions were related to?
No, the questions were based on these only. The subjects were like OOPS basically and DSA, which involved language questions from C, C++, and Python, as far as I remember.
Yeah, Java wasn't there. It was mainly based on C++ and classes and inheritance type of questions were there. Then there
were in classes, output questions basically.
Yeah. So these were the type of questions that were there. And for this, like you can practice questions from the MCQ questions on internet available. You can search questions, output based questions, DSA and OOPS. These were the only two subjects that were there at our time. We don't know about you, but like OS, GBMS and all, these were not there. But yes, object oriented programming and data structures and algorithms. These were the two basic topics from where the questions were based, and mainly C, C++, and Python, as Apurva said. So you need to practice. You can practice from the internet. There are questions on GFG. You can search output-based questions, time complexity questions, like write time complexities of the famous searching and sorting algorithms on a piece of paper so that you remember the worst case, the best case, and debugging and all you should know. Like if you are properly thorough with the coding language, then you can debug whatever error is there. And output based also same goes with it. So you should have a good hand at C++ वगैरह so that you can think quick on your feet. And 30 MCQ questions in 30 minutes is time constraint, but ये नहीं है कि अब आप सारे सही करो क्योंकि कोई नहीं कर पाता. But at least try to give it your best shot because negative marking नहीं होती. Apurva, would you like to add something to this?
Just one more thing, that since 30 questions in 30 minutes, so try to attempt the easy ones first. Like you will have to segregate, and since there is no negative marking, then you can try the difficult ones at the end. Otherwise, yes. And as I can see the questions coming, that do we need to learn Python as well? See, we don't like, I don't think that you can learn a complete language in a short period of time. So it's just like that you can have a good hold on DSA and topics which you can do, like time complexity is something that you will have to learn in the coming time. So yeah, topics which you can do, you should focus more on them. And yeah, that's all.
Okay. And time complexities need not be of the already made algorithms. They can be of a certain piece of code is written and you need to tell the time complexity of it. So you need to be thorough with the concept of time complexity, that how exactly is the time complexity calculated for a given piece of code. So you cannot memorize everything. You need to think analytically. And for same goes for debugging and same goes for output based. So you should have a good hold on C++ or whatever language you code in. Now let's start with our telephonic interview experience with a Googler. And first, I would like to ask Apurva to share her telephonic interview experience.
Okay, so this is the stage when you realize that, okay, I have been shortlisted now, because it's like that almost, as far as I remember, at our time, almost all of the students received the test link. So almost all the students who had applied had to appear for the test. Now, when you get this mail for the telephonic interview, you realize that, okay, this is the last stage and you have been shortlisted. So when I came to know this, I was like, my happiness had no boundaries. But yeah, like you are nervous as well, since it will be an interview with a Google engineer. So I do not really remember who my interviewer was, but like I received the mail that it would be a 45 minutes interview. But the one thing was that it was clearly mentioned that it is not like a proper coding, like a serious interview, which like you guys will have to face at the time of your internships and placements. It would be more of like a telephonic conversation where they'll try to know you more, the work that you have done and all that. So during my interview, first question that I was asked was regarding my resume. And the only question that I was asked regarding my resume was that mention any three qualities, uh, other than like mention any three qualities which you have not written in your resume about yourself. So you need to be like, you should know, you should know other qualities of yourself which you have not mentioned in your resume. But yeah, other than that, there were questions regarding my leadership. Like I mentioned that I was a member of uh, RAF, Kilkari. I used to teach students at Kilkari. So I was asked that what impact do I create on those children. Other than that, I was asked regarding my projects. Sir was quite interested in one of my projects that was related to finance. So he questioned me a bit on that. And one question that I was asked at the end, that is a very hypothetical question. It was that if I get $1 billion, like imagine that I have become a scholar and I have got $1 billion. So how will I use those? How will I use that amount to do something for the community? Like आपने जो भी पीछे पीछे बोला कि मैं कम्युनिटी के लिए ये करना चाहती हूँ, मैं माइनॉरिटीज के साथ ये करना चाहती हूँ, तो आप एक्चुअली जब आपको वो पैसा मिलेगा तो आप कुछ करोगे भी, या मतलब व्हाट? तो उनको वो जानना था. That is what I answered. So that was the last question which I was asked. Paki, you can continue now.
Yeah. Okay, so the same feeling as it goes. Like Apurva and I are already very good friends. So I received the mail and then I told Apurva that, see, I've got this mail. Have you received it? So she was like, nahi, nahi, meko to nahi mili. And then she checked her email ID and then she said, Paki, even I got shortlisted. And like we were on cloud nine and we were very thrilled that we are getting shortlisted. So as I told you that I think my interviewer, I also don't remember her name, but I think it was Rakhi, and she was a Google, like she was a Google employee. And as Apurva said, that it was not related to any data structures or algorithms. Anchal, we'll address your questions at the end. So just ask us in the end. Yeah. So as I was saying, I also didn't know that like what type of questions would be asked, but it will like she said that it will not be related to a proper coding round, that you have to code something or do like that. It would be a regular conversation about what my ideas, what my perspectives, and what actually I've written is true or not, and do I actually have a will in me to serve the community, to do my best, whatever I can at my power. So I'll tell you like how the entire flow of my interview went. So the first question that was asked to me by her, she was a very warm person. Like I felt that I was talking to one of my seniors, and she made me feel very comfortable and like interacted with me, like not to make me feel nervous or something to worry about, just a normal conversation with a friend. So first question that was asked to me was that describe yourself. So this is the question that each one of you should prepare for any interview X, Y, or Z. You need to know how to describe yourself. It's like अगर एकदम से तुम्हें कोई पूछ दे, तो you should not get rattled. मतलब yeah, I am in IT, I am in CSE. Like you should have a proper 5 to 6 lines prepared for it that you need to say about yourself. Okay. And that should include your interest and like technical thoda zyada ki ye nahi ki I'm in the fashion society or I'm in the dance society. Sorry, they're not much interested in that. Your technical kind of introduction should be there. Okay. And after that, I had mentioned about Microsoft Student Partner. So, see, that is the thing, that even though Microsoft Student Partner is not a very big thing, a lot of people get selected. But the thing is with the brand names. As soon as they saw Microsoft, they were interested. They didn't know what a Microsoft Student Partner was, but they saw that the brand name Microsoft was associated to it. So they asked me that what is Microsoft Student Partner and what is your role in that. So I explained them everything in detail, that how I got selected, and then what my role was, that we conduct sessions with the other colleges and regarding the various technologies that are there on the Microsoft platform. And this is how I answered my question. And you need to be like, you need not stammer, or like you should not take a lot of time to think. Say whatever comes to your mind, because this is a not a problem solving, this is something that what you think about. So if your views aren't on your feet, if you're taking a lot of time to just think about कि मैं ऐसे ये वो, and this means that you aren't confident enough. And this is all about your confidence and your leadership skills, that how you can empower others with your skills. So that is what they were looking for, leaders in the field of technology, people that who can empower others to do the same. Like maybe listening to Apurva and me, you have a fire instilled you that हाँ मुझे भी ये करना है. So we want that you all should become the flag bearers of this community of our college. So please be empowered and apply for this. I'll continue with the next question. So I was asked that what do I feel about the representations of minorities in the field of technology. So here the minorities was not just about women, it was about the LGBTQ community, or you can say the other diverse groups that are present, but they are not given proper representation. So I had to give my views on that, that what do I feel, that is it less, why is it less, and have you experienced any situation as a minority in technology. So this is a very famous question that has been asked in these Women in Tech scholarships. So you must prepare for this, that what do you feel about the representation of diversities and women in tech, and what solutions can you come up for the challenges that you've faced. Then again, I was asked a similar question on the similar lines that Apurva was asked, the hypothetical one, that if I were given $1 billion, then how would I spend it in order to do whatever things I've said, that I want to empower the community. So like $1 billion is a lot amount of money. So I said that I would break it down into pieces, like some part of it I would use upon it myself to hone my skills, to uplift myself so that I can become sufficient enough to help others. Then again, mentorship sessions and all that is there, and there were some other ideas which I won't disclose it to you, because I want you all to think upon your creativity. Then I was given the question that what will I do after graduation in the field of technology. So you must be a bit clear about your future plans as well. Like, are you planning to continue in the field of technology or whatever you want to do? And then was the question was that what inspired me to enter in the field of computer science? Like why I wanted to enter computer science in the first place. Because they want to know whether you are interested in computer science or not, whether you are eager to, like if you love the subject, then only you will be able to share your love with others for the subject as well. So you should be very, like you should know that why do you love computer science. And yeah, with this, my interview ended, and she was like very happy, and she was like, "You have done so much." And I was just a second year student at IGDTUW, not in one of the big IITs, not doing something very great. But when she made me say that, like, at your level, you were doing such great work, I was very happy that, I mean, a person working at Google is appreciating my small steps, and I hadn't done a very big thing. So I was very happy. So that is what I'm saying. Whatever you do isn't small. It's just that you need to, like, whatever you are doing, give it your full best and tell it with the enthusiasm and with the passion that you have, that you are striving and you are very honored to be a woman in the field of technology. That is what should reflect in every answer of yours, in everything you say.
Just one more thing to add, that during
Yeah,
my
Pooja.
interview, like I don't know from like why did sir ask me, but I was asked my JE ranks as well. So if you get shortlisted, just keep in mind what your ranks were. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Okay, I think we should go to the next slide. The post retreat experience. Apurva, would you like to cover this?
So the post retreat experience, other than all the scholarship money, all the virtual retreat and everything that.
Apurva, I think your video is hanging. Is it for everyone?
Yes.
Net issue.
It was just. Yeah, now it's fine.
It's fine now.
Yeah. So there's a complete roadmap planned by the Google employees that how the sessions the sessions are completely planned. So we got the results in around June, in around end of June. So we had a retreat in July where we were it was a complete 2 day program where different sessions were planned and all that. After that, we were told that they have a complete roadmap planned for us, where different sessions will be kept for our improvement, basically in the field of DSA, because that's what that is the most important thing for your interviews. So it started in around August, and we just had our last session in, I guess, February end. So we had around 10 hands-on sessions with Google engineers. We had different kinds of sessions, which were some were where they gave us a small introduction to different important DSA topics. Some sessions were completely based on solving problems. Some sessions were based on other fields like importance of web development, machine learning, and other kinds of fields. There was also a mock interview session with a Google engineer, for every scholar. They had one-to-one mock interview session planned. So it was like that our interviews were starting from August. So before that, we got an opportunity to get a mock interview with a Google engineer. So that basically gave us like an experience of how a coding interview would be like. Along with that, Google conducts Google conducts around 7 to 8 Kickstart contests every year. So we also had Kickstart mentorship questions where problems of the previous Kickstart contests were discussed and we solved the questions together. Yeah, so that's it from my side. Paki, you add on.
Yeah. I think Apurva has covered everything. And regarding Kickstarter and Hashcode and all, so whatever these competitions are for Google, if you have participated in any of them, do mention it in your resume as well. Even if you don't have a good rank, it's okay. But if you write it that you participated in a contest for a scholarship that you're applying for, then this means that you are interested in their whatever competitions and XYZ things that they are doing. So you need to mention whatever. If even if your rank it isn't good, you can write in your achievements actively participated in Google Kickstart with a rank of so and so, and you should mention that you participated in a Google contest. And I think Apurva has covered everything regarding the post-retreat experience. So they do not,
Yeah, one more thing which I would just like to add from your resume side is that if you have participated in any kind of hackathon, मतलब भले ही आपने कुछ ना किया हो, but you have participated in you did have some idea like what you want to do or something, please do mention it. Like we were also told in our sessions that they look for people who have participated in contests in hackathons, because that shows that you actually want to do something or you actually tried to participate in something related to technology. So even if you have participated and you've not secured any rank, that's okay, but please mention that in your resume as well.
Yeah, that is an important point that Apurva mentioned. Hackathons also, even if you haven't won, do mention it in your resume. And I think that is with it. The post-retreat experience is covered. Okay. So that was all from our side. Now we are open to your questions and I'll stop presenting. 1 minute.
Paki, I'll start reading the questions. You can take and beech mein maybe le lungi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just see. I found a message saying the 12th mark sheet will do instead of transcript. I am not sure about that, Nishtha, but you can first confirm it and then only circulate the message. You can ask like the Google people.
How were the questions of online tests? I think we have covered that part. Yeah.
Yeah. Nidhi Sethi, what if we didn't face challenges as other girls in rural villages do? See, Nidhi, everyone has their own journey. If you're not a part of the rural village, that isn't to do. Like, I'm not a part of rural village, neither is Apurva. So it's like everyone has their own journey, and you have to talk about challenges that you face. The rural people will talk about their challenges. So it has nothing to do with where you live or you're having a bad lifestyle or something. At your level also, being such a privileged woman, you still face challenges. So that is something that people should know, that even if you are having all the basic amenities, still you are facing those discrimination and unbiased conscious thinking that they have, that women cannot excel in the field of technology. So these are the types of challenges that you need to highlight. It is not a finance based scholarship, it is actually about your worth. So even if you are not like this rural villages things, it does not matter.
Can you please share your resume, which was at the time when you applied for our reference?
I don't have it, I think.
See, I also have updated my resume, I think. Uh, uh,
I remember, I'll tell you what I had. As I told you, I had Microsoft Learn Ambassador. I did not have any work experience also till then. I didn't do any internship and all. I was a project coordinator at WooTech, which is a mentorship society. And I mentioned about that, Microsoft Student Partner. Then I was a part of Technoliterati. I was a core member that I mentioned. And in the projects I mentioned, 2 to 3 projects. One was C++, one was web development, that was on social awareness. And I think, and in the achievements I mentioned about whatever things I'd done in college and achieved something. I mean, I'm not very clear that whatever was in my resume at that time. Apurva?
yeah, so I'll just brief about my resume. The first section of my resume was work experience. Actually, at that time, I was working as a teaching assistant at Geeks for Geeks, so I had included that in my resume. And one more thing, like as I told that you need to describe it according to the role that you are applying. So I linked it with how I'm helping girls over there as well, and how uh, how I see the gender ratio there as well. Okay, so other than that, education, that is normal. Achievements may I remember that I had mentioned one of the hackathons in which I won, and एक दो चीजें और थी, like पुराने awards या जो कुछ भी मिले हो.
Yeah.
Projects, I had 2 projects. One was related to a social project that I had mentioned, and one was a project that I made in a hackathon. Other than that, positions of responsibilities. I was an advisor mentor at WooTech, वो mention करा था. Member at Kilkari, वो mention किया था. And एक दो और चीजें होंगी, I do not remember it clearly. And skills mention की थी, of course, C++ जो भी मतलब आता है, and उसमें course work वगैरह भी mention कर दिया था. So main तो यही था. बस मतलब ये होता है कि format अच्छे से लिखो, and your resume should be clean. Like भरने की जरूरत नहीं है resume को. How long do each of the essays need to be? Word limit होता है, I think. Please stay within the word limits.
Yeah, always adhere to the word. Like 300 to 400 words was the, I think.
Yeah, इतना ही होता है. Yeah.
And Nidhi, should we tell about the multiple societies we're a part of or single? Because question is write about a single leadership role. So if the question says single leadership role, I think then you should talk about one leadership role only. Like you can mention about the other societies as well. It's not that.
Yeah, like I think that you don't need to like mention 6 to 7 or like even 4 to 5 examples. You can mention 1 or 2 roles and you can describe them.
Explain them perfectly. Yeah.
First year students don't know DSA and OOPS or time complexities.
Okay. See, now that is something that they should have thought of, Google people, because they would be there. Like in the online test last time, DSA was there, OOPS was there, and time complexities was there. So it is an inseparable part. I mean, you can study some thoda thoda so that at least you have a vague idea what it is.
And like what, even if you don't know, you can just give it a try. Like the first
Yeah,
year students will have another opportunity in the second year as well to apply. So I
and
think,
probably if you don't know, every one of the first, matlab, a lot of
yeah,
people wouldn't know.
wouldn't know.
Yeah, so it is not something to like जितना आता है, but at least हाँ थोड़ा prepare कर लो in this 1 month so that you aren't totally blank.
फ्रॉम वेयर डू वी हैव टू अप्लाई? लिंक आई थिंक शेयर हुआ था, दोबारा शेयर कर देंगे, लीनियन के ग्रुप्स पे शेयर हुआ था आई थिंक.
Yeah, or you can Google कर दो
या
कि Google
गूगल.
Generation Scholarship APAC. You have to apply for the APAC, Asia Pacific region.
Is there any minimum GPA required? Acha, one more thing, that eligibility criteria mein they mentioned that you should have a good academic record. So I think that is one of the criteria that they look for, that you should have a good academic record. They have not mentioned any particular GPA that this is the minimum, but yeah, they just mentioned that you should have a good
Yeah,
academic.
and many people would say that the college GPA does not matter. I'm sorry to say, it does matter. It does matter a lot, and especially for companies like Google, like almost Apurva, I, and all the people who were selected, they had a very good GPA. They had a very good percentage. So try to maintain a good GPA in college. Do not take your exams for granted, and especially when they are online, then to do your best. You can score a good GPA and maintain a good record, because college GPA is very important, especially for big companies like Google. They see that if you can excel in your college courses, then this means that you have a certain aptitude, because not everyone can score well in exams. So maintain a good GPA. Shambhavi says, what if we are proficient only in C, C++, we should learn Python too? Apurva answered to that. Basically, Python के भी मतलब जो snippets होंगे, if you are well aware with C, C++, I think you would be able to solve that
See,
also.
थोड़ा मतलब थोड़ा तो of course difference होता है syntax में. If you have time, then I think that you can learn the basics of Python. But otherwise, I think that C++ should do. Like इतना तो समझ आ ही जाता है कि क्या, like what the program is basically saying.
Yeah.
So I don't think that you should, like right now you are focusing on C++. So I think you should go with that. You can learn the basics of Python if you have time for that. Will the debugging questions be in only one language? No. I like at our time it were only in C, C++, and Python. If now it gets added in Java also, we don't know that.
Yeah. Do we have to already prepare the essay for the aptitude test? See, there would be, I think, deadline for the essay to be submitted, and that has nothing to do with the aptitude test. So you have to adhere to the deadline that is given on the website regarding the essays, and aptitude test date would be given out after that. Isha.
Yeah. As you mentioned that no one can answer all the 30 questions correctly, then on which basis we get selected for telephonic interview? Means if I'm, see, we do not know the criteria, like how, like I cannot say that the criteria is only that how well you perform on coding test. It is possible that like after attempting the coding test, they also take your resume and your essay responses, and they take the overall like I knew for the telephonic interview. But I think that all of the like the coding test, your application, your resume, your essay responses, everything matters. Yeah.
Yeah, it is not just totally based on the coding test. Your application, essays, everything matters. Jacine says, for people who only know how to code in Java, will we have to study C, C++ as well? Jasleen, I think if you know Java, then C, C++ are again on the kind of the same line, so you would be understood. You will understand the questions. But if you know the syntax, then again it is good for you. So I think you can study a bit about the syntax, and you will be able to draw the parallels between the two languages. Achal says, Apurva, I am in first year, so I have no projects. What to do?
You might have done, like if you are from C++, like sorry, if you are from computer background in 11th and 12th, you might have done some projects at that time, so you can mention that. I think so. Like it's good to have a project, and I think you should mention one. Like if you are even working on any project project. So I think you can mention that. But if no projects,
Like try to make something. You can build a
yeah,
front end website. Yeah, could be
yeah.
that YouTube tutorials se seek lo. Anything can be done. So try to add at least one thing. Then the
Jan,
please, the please also tell the kind of answer we should frame and how you frame the answers in telephonic conversation. Apurva.
we like the main thing is that we do not frame answers in telephonic conversation. Telephonic conversation is basically how well do you know yourself and whatever ideas you have written. So while preparing your resume and while preparing your essay responses, just think before writing that whatever you are writing, do you know that? Or like whatever it is, like uh, there are some questions that you can prepare for the telephonic conversation uh, prior to the interview, like describe yourself, or how will you spend $1 billion, or what ideas do you like, what do you think on the minority and representation of women in tech. But otherwise I feel that the answers are spontaneous, and it's all about how you know yourself and whatever you think about the issue at that point of time.
Yeah, like as Apurva said, like first of all, the basic questions as we told you, like your challenges, minority representation, your leadership skills, what have you done, discussion about your projects. These are some things that you should know, and you should like एक बार लिख भी लो अपनी copy में, so that you do not stammer or you do not know about your own whereabouts. So these kind of the questions you should be prepared, and rest of it is your thinking, your spontaneity, and that's what this scholarship is about.
Pakidi, you sound full of enthusiasm, very inspiring for me. Any suggestions on how to improve our speaking skills and confidence? Paki.
I don't know, Ananya. I got it from my mother. So it is something that you have to, like, when you talk with people, it comes automatically. And it's just that I mean, I don't know how to improve your skills. You just keep talking with people and you will surely do well. Niti,
Should we add link for our projects and resume? Yes, you should. Like if you have uploaded them on GitHub or you have uh, uploaded them. So I think you should add them. Yeah.
uh,
What to fill in GPA section?
okay. Yeah, we'll let you know about this. Ria, oh, sorry, who was it?
Aarti.
Aarti. Yeah, Aarti, we will let you know about the GPA thing and we will get back to you shortly. Otherwise, you can contact any of the Lean members and ask your doubt to them so that they can contact us, because we might not be able to reach out to you personally. So you can WhatsApp us or like connect with us on any LinkedIn or any social media platform and we'll get back to you. And do remind us, because we might forget, but you all need to remind us and get our contacts from the Lean people.
Can EC students also apply? I think yes, they can,
Yeah.
because it was mentioned that you can be related to any tech field. So EC students can also apply.
Oh, I'm in first year, so I have no projects. We have discussed this, Sai. I think you should do one or project YouTube se dekh ke kaise bhi and learn something and add at least one project. Pallavi says in leadership we should write about social work or completely tech related. Apurva?
I think it should be a mix of both. Like, since this scholarship is also about your leadership and your community work, so it is important to show the social work as well. But yeah, since you are a part of a technical college, and this scholarship is about representation of women in tech, so technical work is also important. So I think a mixture of both will do well.
And yeah, one thing for all those who are present in the meeting, can you all switch on your videos for a minute and we can have a screenshot if you all are interested? We would be very happy. And then we'll get back to your questions.
Yeah.
I can see 72 people. Hiteshi has switched on her video. It's okay if you don't look good, it's okay. Everyone just woke up on a late Monday morning. It's Monday, right? Sorry, Sunday?
Sandeep.
Acha, sorry, late Sunday morning. Yeah, I want to see all your beautiful, pretty faces. Everyone, please switch on your cameras. Oh, Charanjeev is giving some advice. Charanjeev, I can't see you. Switch on your camera. Tanu, Adya. Hi Adya. Hi Abhishri. Hi Abhigya. Hi Kashika. Hi Diya. Hi Diksha. Aarti. कर लो यार ऑन सीनियर्स ही हम तुम्हारे ओके रेस्ट ऑफ यू has everyone switched on their cameras for the picture okay Apurva I'll you also take the screenshot first you take then I'll take
Okay.
yeah wait let me remove my glasses and then I look better okay everyone smile
1, 2, 3. Yeah, done.
okay I'll also take one again smile you want to do some other pose what do people do okay yeah we'll do this smile done thank you so much if you want you can keep your videos on and if you want to go back lying around sitting on your bed and listening to the conversation you can do that yeah so where were we
Is this only for bachelor student? I think just a second.
I think it is only for bachelors but Apurva can check
Yeah, it is only for bachelor's program. It's mentioned there.
was the test proctored Apurva was the test proctored
No.
no okay but this does not give you the right to cheat okay do the test yourself can and obviously 30 minutes में time नहीं होता cheating करने का
Correct. Can MA students apply to this scholarship? MA का
I don't have idea. You should ask the Google people and you can mail them because I don't, or we can also ask this. So you remind us. Do we need to be good in CP? No,
No, yeah.
like it's you should be well aware with thoda coding and all, but it is no criteria.
I haven't really participated in hackathons, but I've participated in debate competitions. Should I include that? Hackathons are basically, it shows your participation in technical events. Debate is something which is non-technical. So I'll say that if you don't have anything, you can mention debates, but that does not give you the right to completely fill that section with all your
Debate.
in the debate competition only. So yeah, you can mention 1 or 2 if you do not have any such achievements in hackathons.
What is the share of marks on online test? I mean, how does test affect on selection? Abhigya, we really don't know about the weightage or the selection, like in their internal thing. But you should give your best in the test. That's all we can say. Did you guys apply for this in your first year as well? No, Ishita, we didn't apply because at that time it was meant only for second year students. But like when we were in first year, it was meant only for second year students.
Second year students, yeah. Can you please tell about project first year students can write?
Again, this is like I told you, you can make some website, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. These are things that are very easy to learn. Or you can make some project on C++, maybe some game or anything like initially or data file handling value projects are there for C++ management systems type of. You can make that. App if you are interested. I think app development is a bit tricky to learn, but web development is still on the easier side. So you can make something related to that and like maybe associate a social cause with it. If you are entirely making it for the sake of the scholarship, it would help you.
Can we mention about any campus ambassador internship of 1 month?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you can mention.
I mean, like if you do not like campus ambassador is a good thing, but if you have something better than that, you can add. But if not, then you can mention.
Can I add my class 10 achievements like sports also in my resume? See, as I told you that these are all non-tech extracurricular activities. So like if you don't have anything related to tech, you can of course mention them.
Yeah.
Can you share your essay answers and insights from them?
Charanji, we told you all like whatever we thought right while writing our resume, but like we cannot tell you the exact essay answers and all because that is not what is encouraged. I think you should write your own ideas and all. And we told you the tips, vagera, that how you should go about writing your essay.
And
And if you
moreover,
have any,
questions were also different. So
yeah, the questions are also different from this year.
is the mark sheet, grade sheet consisting of our CGPA? Is the transcript? Yes. Yeah, we uploaded that only, na?
Like there was a portal at that time, and we took the screenshots of it and we uploaded it. College ka portal tha. If I had not done any project, I think we've answered this. Is one page resume sufficient? Diya, it has to be one page. It cannot be of 2 page. Sufficient, more than sufficient. Never make your resume for more than one page. Try to enlist everything in a single page.
Should we add
Should
some?
we add some relevant photos with the essays? I don't know.
See,
Like
we
I didn't.
didn't do that, but
Yeah.
I saw one or two. My friend later showed me her essay, so she had added. I don't know it. I don't know. Like we
Yeah,
didn't
like
add.
we didn't add. That's what we can say. What is the last date for application? Anchal has answered 29th March. I didn't have C++ in 11th and 12th. What to do for the project? We have discussed about it. In resume, we should write profile summary. Can we have your number? In resume, should we have profile summary, Apurva?
See, like there are different templates. Like I like it's not that it is important. It should be there. Different people use different templates. I didn't have a profile summary in my resume, so I don't find it compulsory to add it in the resume as well. You
Yeah,
can
and I had it in my resume, so it's like optional, your wish.
option.
And
Can we?
1 second. And about our number, you can contact the Leanin people because this video will be uploaded on YouTube as well. So our number would be floated all around the world. So you can ask the Leanin people to send our numbers. Can BCA students apply for this? I think they can because it is related to computer science field. I think,
Yeah. I don't have any idea
but
regarding
I'm
it.
not sure. First and second year students will have the same questions. I think, yeah, the
Yeah,
online coding
it is
test.
common. I think the questions are shuffled up or something, but the
Huh.
test is common for everyone. Should we
Should
mention dashboard even if we had a terrible experience? Yeah, I think you can mention it because it shows your participation. Like, don't
yeah,
mention your rank if you don't want to do that, but I think you can just mention
mention.
in your participations. Uh,
Can you please brief me about this
this
one?
session is being
Being
recorded.
recorded.
You
Yeah.
can see there.
In the project section, can we mention about a social project we are a part of, like Inactive Project Dharani, etc.? It is not. Yeah, Jasleen, you can mention.
Having proficiency in English is necessary for interview round. See, it's not about your proficiency in English round, but yeah, it's all about your confidence. So uh, I don't think that like your proficiency matters a lot. Yeah.
या इट इज व्हाट योर आइडियाज इज मतलब अगर आप हिंदी में भी बोल रहे हो जो आपको बोलना है और आपके आइडियाज अच्छे हैं तो फिर दिस नो वन स्टॉपिंग यू व्हाट दे वांट टू सी इज कि आप अपनी आइडियाज कैसे दूसरे को बता रहे हो लैंग्वेज इजंट अ बैरियर
I made
I
a
made a
small.
small project.
Go on.
I made a small project on some bank functions, though I got a copy of a whole code from the school teacher. Should I mention it? Also, should I upload it on Git? See, Nishtha, if you are well aware of the project and you can cross answer to whatever questions are being asked, then you can upload it and you can write it in your resume. That's what I feel. Apurva?
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Okay. Transcript versus mark sheet, is there any difference?
Uh,
I
I don't think so.
I think they are the same.
Yeah. I am a student partner at Internshala. Do I have to mention it in my work experience in my resume?
You can mention
I
it,
think you
like
can
if you,
mention that in positions of responsibility. You can
yeah.
mention it in positions of responsibility, because work experience, like from my personal point of view, work experience should be like any technical work that you have done or you're doing currently. So
Yeah.
this, I think, you can mention in positions of responsibility. Yeah.
The I got disconnected in between. Can you please tell mark sheet, grade sheet is same as CJP is the transcript? Yeah, I think they are the same. Like mark sheet,
Yeah.
grade sheet, you're getting from college portal or what? I'm not very well aware. बट ट्रांसक्रिप्ट इज वही मतलब ट्रांसक्रिप्ट इज जिसमें आपके सारे सब्जेक्ट्स के मार्क्स दिख रहे हो और जितने सेमेस्टर आपने अटेंड करे हैं जिनके भी रिजल्ट अपलोड हो गए हैं जिसमें सारे मार्क्स दिख रहे हो और आपका नाम दिख रहा हो दैट इज व्हाट अ ट्रांसक्रिप्ट इज
Yeah. I
आई
can
कैन
answer
आस्क
what project has, not the code. So should I go for it? Yeah, I think you should go for it, because this, I'm sure that they will not ask you like they'll
to
not ask
display
you in detail
code.
the code or
Yeah.
implementation. Yeah, so I think you can do that. I made a
Nice.
Sudoku game in class. Yeah, Paki.
Yeah, I made a Sudoku game in 12th. Do I have to mention it? Pragati, if you do not have any if you do not have any other projects, you can mention it. It is using recursion, it is using C++. You can mention it. College
Can
portal.
we leave the experience column empty since we don't have any tech work experience as specialists? Yes, don't leave it empty. I mean to say that don't mention that section. And yeah, it's
Or
okay if you don't have.
rather, in like you can have what positions of responsibility or work. You can write work experience in positions of responsibility, I guess. Hana?
Yeah. Hmm.
If you do not have like anything, because I think work experience you can leave out if you do not have any. Pata nahi.
Transcript should be official or unofficial. Means can we upload in PDF format from our college? Yeah, I think we uploaded from our college
Yeah,
portal.
we
Yeah.
uploaded it from college portal
So it could be both
screenshots.
official or unofficial. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was unofficial and we uploaded that and it worked fine. And Justine, what I would suggest is that if you do not have any work experience, then I think
It's
you should
done.
not miss out on that heading. And in the positions of responsibility one, you write the heading as work experience and add all of the things. Because as I told you, it is being scanned, so do not leave out the important words. You're welcome. I think that's it. We are done with all the questions. Any more questions? 48 people present on the call. Okay. Hiteshi says no. So I think we come to the end of this session then. Apurva, any vote of thanks, anything you would like to say to our juniors?
No, just thanks a lot for attending this session and making it an interactive one. We also enjoyed interacting with you all, and that's all from my side.
Yeah, I
And
think there are.
all the best from my side. Please do apply, and yeah, you all can give it a try. And we wish you all a best of luck.
There's one question, Apurva, that where can we get a template for resume? So you can get it. I use Novo Resume. Then there's Canva. There's Overleaf. Then Google Doc. Maybe there are resume templates. Apurva, any other site you would like to suggest?
No, I personally use Overleaf. You can check out other websites also.
And there's one more question. That any more tips for the leadership questions? See, leadership questions we have told you. It has to be from your own experiences and whatever you have done up till now. Join communities, join different, like, even if not today you have joined a community, it is like an eye opener for you that you need to be active in these technical communities, be it college, be it communities outside college. Like I told you, women who code, women in machine learning and data science. There's so many girl script. There are a lot of technical communities out there that you can be a part of and hone your skills. So I think you should be active, and this is what imbibes your leadership skills. So that's how you should go about it.
Also, you can read some blogs and all. A lot of scholars
Yeah,
have written blogs on Medium, I think. So you can just go through them, because different scholars have different kinds of experience.
Totally. Like
So I
almost all of
think you
the,
can go through them and
yeah, like as Apurva said, almost all of our scholars have written their experiences on Medium. So you can check out that, like you can write WTM scholarship experiences and you can have a glimpse on what their idea, what their take was on that. Because that's what I did. I contacted a lot of seniors when I was selected for the interview round, and getting to know about their experiences really made me feel more confident and getting out a good application. So you can check out their what do you say, their blogs on Medium. Okay, I think that is that. We don't have any questions. Okay, so I would also like to thank you all for joining our session today, and it was a great experience interacting with you all. And thank you for switching on your videos. And I hope every one of you applies for the scholarship. You never know when your